This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219. Stand up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. Dope Living TV Live. You gotta understand this though, and I'm gonna say it. Don't forget it. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Having said that, man, it's a great day today. It's a great day today, okay? And today, man, look, I feel especially proud today because my little sister's on here today, all right? Now, y'all might say, well, Greg, it was 6 boys in your family. How did you get a little sister? Well, daddy played her. No, seriously. When I met this lady, we had a conversation, and I'm telling you, it was a conversation. She sang. I didn't know she sang. She handed me her CD. It's a CD from way back. And, she told me a couple of things, but she's also said that she didn't know what she wanted to do. All right. I listened to the CD, called her, and I told her, I said, if you don't get your ass out there and do this music, I'm gonna get somebody to lip sync and get all the credits. All right. So we got Michon Young today on the show. Michon is a songwriter. She's a singer. She's what else? She's everything. She's just a phenomenal artist. Okay, she's hit big in the UK and is coming strong in the United States. Okay, she's doing everything, and she's up for a major award. Okay, so we're gonna get the show started. All right, let me bring my girl on. What's up?
I'm ready. Yes.
She dances without music. That's what she does. Okay.
Michon about to bring it on, so I'm ready.
I already know. I mean, hey, she's a bundle of energy too. So y'all, it's gonna be a good show. What's up, Zell?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
What's happening?
Gina, Greg. I don't have a dance. I see Gina dancing to no music, so I don't really know what rhythm to dance to. Like Rhythmless Nation. I got nothing.
Hey, you can make your own music.
There's the music in your head.
Mr. DJ, what's going on, Mo?
That's the music of life, man.
Mo,
that's right.
You know where I'm coming from, right, Mo?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Listen to him. Tree, what's going on, Tree?
Hey,
what's
Tree.
Bella Bonita.
Hello.
Bella.
Start the week off, man. Great.
Yes.
We got these powerful women on the show this week, man.
Man, what? Power pack.
Powerful. And I'm not gonna hold this up because I got things to play and we gotta talk. Catch up with my little sister. Look, everybody, how can I say this? She's a singer, she's a songwriter, she's a producer. She's just a very gifted and talented young lady. She sings so smooth, it's sultry, it's soulful. She's just a breath of fresh air, everybody. And she's here on the show. So everybody welcome my friend, my little sister, Michon Young, to the show. What's going on, baby?
Hey,
Michon. Hey, guys. How's everybody doing?
Happy to be here.
Wonderful.
I'm happy to be here as well.
First of all, little sis, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you, brother. Listening to you tell that story, it seems like yesterday, but it was some years ago. And can you hear me okay, first of all?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hear me okay? Okay.
You didn't do a check, microphone check. Oh, sorry.
But it just brought a smile to my face because you really were there at the very beginning. And yeah, we had some long discussions about music, and it's kind of hard to believe, kind of hard to believe. But thank you for inviting me today. I'm glad to see
most
you.
definitely. But you didn't want to do this at first. You had done. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying, you had told me you had done some things with was it Mario? Not Mario, but
Pastor Marvin Winans.
Marvin Winans, all right.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you were there, you did it, but you said you didn't really want to do it. You didn't know which direction you wanted to go, and you was like, man, I don't know. And look at you.
Yeah. I think for me it was, I'm a church girl, and so I pretty much had done gospel. I started with gospel, and although I did not set out to be a gospel artist, I knew that if I put anything out professional, I knew that I wanted to pay homage, and give my gift in the gospel direction. The first project I did, so that's what I did for just spiritual reasons. But afterwards, I always have written about love ever since I was a kid. I've been writing about love, and I knew that at some point I wanted to sing and express, the positive sides of love. It ain't always good, but even when it's bad, there are things you can do to make it better, or you can just depart in love still. You can just go your separate ways, and there's just a way to do that. And so I tried. I was struggling about, man, what do I do? But I wanted to be tasteful. I wanted to just express love in just a really positive way. And hopefully my music is doing just that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm up here pressing the wrong buttons, but yeah.
It's
Pull
all
them
good.
fingers
Stuff
out the way.
But
He got his mistake for the night down.
That's the only one I'm gonna do. I'm near perfect now. Okay, but Michon, it's like I said, from the first moment that we talked, and I knew you had something. And when I heard the CD, because I went straight to the car and listened to it, and I called you right then, and I'm like, girl, what's wrong with you? Basically, I'm like, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing this? What kickstarted you? I mean, what really pushed you to go ahead and make this happen?
Because that thing inside wouldn't go away. And I was in human resources as a manager in human resources, and I've been in HR for 20 years, and so that's my passion. That's what I enjoy. I love it. But this thing would not go away, so I just kept writing and writing. And then when I met my husband, and he did not know that. He didn't know that I was, did music stuff, and I didn't know that he did music stuff. So when we got together, it was so crazy because, we talked when we first met, we talked for like 6 months straight. And then we found out that we had this, this thing in common.
Yeah.
Right. And I had never done anything, in terms of secular or R&B. And it just kind of just gelled, so it's crazy how it just folded together. We were people that we didn't know anybody, other than my gospel roots with Pastor Winans. We didn't know anybody. So we just decided we're going to go for it. I felt there's a need, there's a market for grown people that still, want to be in love or finding love, or I didn't want to bash, folks. I didn't want to bash me, and I didn't want to throw out a whole bunch of "I'm hurt, can you help me" songs. But I just wanted to talk about love, and he had the same feeling, And thankfully, we in love. Next thing you know.
Now you're calling him husband now.
Now I'm calling him hubby.
You guys ever got a chance to meet Jerry? That's her husband's name. You don't mind me saying his name, do you?
No, not at all.
Jerry is like a fantastic individual, man. He's cordial. He watches her back all the time. Okay, I'm telling you, he watches her back. Okay, but it's just like they just like little, they just like boyfriend and girlfriend, man. It's so funny when I see them.
You could tell when she took that tongue out. Lord, he tastes good.
You know, he's my best friend.
Yeah.
You know, and people say that, and it sounds corny, but you know, for real, you know, this is,
trust me.
you know, it's when you have somebody who you can just be yourself. You don't have to be anything but just who you are, and that's the good, the bad, the all of that. And you find that in somebody, because that's rare. You know, it's really it's rare. And for me, this was both our second go round at Love. And it's all this. We've been together now for going on 8 years, and I have to say, it's been 8 years of just an amazing friendship and an amazing kind of love that I don't think I've ever felt. So that's my corny line of the day.
That's not corny. That's not corny.
What you put into your music, though. We, you know, as you evolve, you've been putting that into your music. And we're gonna get a portion of. I got a couple of little snippets here. A couple of.
No. iTunes already done put me just on these little snippets here. 39 seconds. I can't get with that.
Hey man, I don't care what they say. This Greg Gray, DopelivenTV. Right. But
full track.
You know what? When you started, and you said, "Okay, I'm going to do it." Got Jerry here, got me. We're going to do this. You chose to go out of the country first.
R&B's hard. It's good.
You know, it's crazy because to this day, I still don't know how my music got over there. I just started getting calls from people. I just started getting calls from folks, and they were wanting to know who I was, and that's as simple. It sounds simple, and it's, you know, but I honestly did not have any contacts over there at all. I definitely think it was God, you know, ordained, because the way that it happened, and the context that I have now, and in fact, I'll be going back in December. This will be my 5th time over there. I'm still amazed and blown away, you know, by that. To go over there and hear my music on the radio as we're, you know, riding around, it blows my mind, you know, still. But yeah, it started in the UK, and that's where I've been primarily, you know, over abroad, and we'll be going to Spain next year.
I love Spain.
So I've not been to Spain, so I'm really excited about that.
It's beautiful over there.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. But
You've charted all the time. You've always been on the charts in UK. That is amazing. That's beautiful. Marcella, you had a question.
Okay, yes. Being abroad with your music and being here, is there a big difference in your fans and just all aspects?
It really is. It's a huge difference. I did not know prior to going over there that there was such a love for R&B music by people of other cultures. I mean, the first time I performed over there, I performed at a place called Cadogan Hall in London. And there was maybe about 7 people that looked like me in the audience.
Wow.
And
but it was packed, though.
And it was sold out, and I could not believe it. And they were up, coming to the stage, you know, trying to hold, you know, my hand, and, you know, really loving. It was crazy. And so here I am, this Gary, Indiana lady, and I literally just stood on stage like, oh my gosh, I am really here, and it's not a lot of people that look like me, and they like me a lot. But they do. The fans, the people over there, the music, the appreciation of R&B music over there it's just, and they just love it. They just love soul music. They love lyrics, everything that I like. So I guess it was, you know, kind of a match with both of us, you know. So.
Now you're so smooth, Michon. I mean, when you sing, it's so so smooth.
Yeah.
All right, Zell, you had a question.
Yeah, I got a question. So that's exciting that you're doing these things overseas. Let me ask you this. So you're going to Spain. Is your music going to be translated into Spanish so that they can speak, you know, so that they can understand the lyrics? Or are they just going to know what you're singing by listening to it in English?
You know, that's a good question, and I wish I had an answer for that. Because
like,
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
going.
I have no idea. But that will be
Trust me, ain't gonna be
interesting.
nobody over there like this.
Right. That'll be interesting though. That is really a good question. And I don't know. But
You
I'm
know what?
hoping so.
The music, the beat, the music, and her music is so smooth. I was listening to it
Yeah.
earlier today. It's not even the words. It's just the ambiance that it puts you in, and that could be in any language.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And
It
you know,
could.
like
It
it's
could.
both of them. It's both of them because I also listen to lyrics as well as the music. And I had my 81-year-old mom, and I was like, "Listen to this. What do you think?" And she's like, "Oh yeah." When my 18-year-old granddaughter was walking through the living room, I said, told her to come here and listen. And she was like, "Oh, who is that? What?" Yeah. I'm like, so from 18 to 81, flip that around. Both of, and then I'm in the middle there somewhere.
Somewhere.
Between those two. And I'm like, yeah, that's really nice. And so it can go from all ages. And like you said, in Spain, whether they understand the language or not, they can groove to just the music alone. That's oof.
Yeah,
I would love for you to come back and let us know how that happened, because I could just remember Boyz II Men singing certain songs in Spanish to translate it for that audience. So that would be awesome.
I would definitely do that. I would definitely do that, and we're actually trying to have it recorded. Since it'll be my first time over there, so I'll definitely.
That's why you know what I do for a living. Why you didn't tell me to come through with you and record it for you? You know, I did.
Well, Greg, I've been. Let me get into little sister mode. I've been trying to get you to do a whole bunch of things, but that's a different discussion for a different day. That's a different discussion.
Look, somebody else on top of you said, what you said?
I didn't say nothing.
You said a whole lot with that.
I ain't said nothing.
Jerry will be calling you.
That's why you call me out like that.
I'm sorry, brother. It's all in
love. And you know I don't want no heat from Jerry. I don't never want no heat. That's my guy. So, Mo, you had a question?
Yeah. So did the Gary, Indiana connection come up when you went over there? With Michael?
Oh yeah, when they found out that I was from Gary, of course, everybody thinks that you know the Jacksons personally, and they ask, so then when I told them, I said, I went to Roosevelt High School, and their house was right behind. Oh my gosh, right behind your high school, and so then they become even more excited to talk to you, and I'm like, no, I've never met him or anything like that, but I do know,
because he's gigantic over there.
But you breathe his air.
Gosh.
He's
oh my gosh.
He believed she breathed the same pollution that he did when he
instead of having that Michael Jackson in your language, you got the Michon Young in your language now.
Yes.
I was just curious, because a lot of artists that come out, and if they Louisiana is a big example. When all the rappers were coming out of Louisiana back in the 90s, they always say, well, they try to associate them with each other, and people show up to the concerts because they got that same algorithm that they use in the music.
Jeannie,
Right, Michon, I know you're into music and everything that goes with music, but you were tried your hand in acting too, right?
I have not, honestly, but that was something that I was approached with actually about 3 months ago for my first time. But no, I have not. I have not, but I do plan on dabbling in that in 2023. So we'll see.
That would be a good transition. That would be a great transition, because you can grab your fan base from music to follow you over into film.
Yes.
And this stunt woman, you could be running down there and fall down and get up and start singing.
Michon,
I'd be fired doing that.
You can make the soundtrack to the movie.
Michon, a lot of people, and this is one of my pet peeves here. A lot of people get on stage when they call themselves singers, and they get on stage and they do these live things, and it's terrible. It's just terrible. They get out there, they're good in the studio. Yeah, the studio's great. Get on stage, it's terrible. But I know that when because I've seen her perform several times, she can perform live, okay? And the thing that gets it for me is that she interacts with her audience very well, okay? Michon, you do that so well.
That's
Thank you,
part of the
brother.
success right there.
Thank you so much. You know, I being under the tutelage of Pastor Winans, I remember sitting at his little his keyboard, and he loved to have just intimate sessions. And there were so many things I learned from him. And the one thing he said was, people better hear on stage what they heard on the record.
Yep.
And he was a stickler for having us to do, you know, over and over and over and over and over again, one by one, you know, and you know, he's quite intimidating. So to be doing things in front of him and him telling you, nope, that ain't it, that's wrong. You know, you got to have some tough skin. So I try real hard to give people what they've heard on the record, you know, what they've heard on the records. And I think you owe that, I think, as best you can to your audience, to give them what they have gotten comfortable with, what they grew to love you, you know, for. And I try to do that.
And you do it very well. I gotta make another little thing here, okay? We don't own the copyrights to any music that's played here on Dope Living TV Live, but she owned the copyright.
Right.
That's
right
right.
there. We got the artist.
Y'all try some sneaky stuff here. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna come right back at you. But I wanted to, you know, I spoke on her performing live and how she sounds live. Y'all check this out. We're talking with Michon Young right here on Dope Living TV Live. It's a little snippet. Just y'all check this out.
Something so smooth about you, boy. Something so cool about you, boy. Something so smooth about you, boy. Something so cool about you, boy. Salt and pepper go-to, signs of your maturity. So grown and sexy, so pleasing to my eye. Ooh, attractive, seductive, smooth vibes you give, don't have to try. You got it all naturally inside. Your eye, your smile always drives me wild. You're just so smooth, and this is for the cool in you. Hey, it's something, yeah. Something so smooth about you, boy, yeah. Something so cool about you, boy.
Come on now.
Woo!
Come on now.
Yes.
I feel a Layla Hathaway vibe on that.
That's quite a.
I said I feel a Layla Hathaway vibe on that.
Oh wow!
I like that. I like
that.
That's a Michon Young vibe, dude.
Yes.
What is Jerry's song?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that, Greg.
I said, wasn't that Jerry's song?
Something About You? Yes. That was the very first song I came out with. Yep. That was the very first song. And in fact, that was my very first rehearsal when in that studio we were at, I forget the name of the studio spot in London, but we were preparing for the show, and I think that was just some rehearsals that we had done when I first got there. I got there, and 6 hours later we had that rehearsal. So wow. I was like, oh, please. The one thing I was hoping that you didn't play was that one. And lo and behold.
That's your big bro, girl. You already. Marcella, what you want to say something?
You know, Zell was saying that he heard some Layla Hathaway in there. I was listening to your song, I believe it's Waiting on You.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a beautiful voice, and I hear so many legends when I'm listening to you, because you heard Layla Hathaway. I heard some Anita Baker in there. I heard some Rachel, what's the name? Rachel Farrell in there.
Farrell.
Pardon me?
Rochelle Farrell.
Rochelle Farrell. I heard some of that in there, and I'm like, wait a minute, who is this? And that was the song that I was playing for my mom and my granddaughter. But you still have your own uniqueness.
Absolutely.
But just the old school flavor, the sultry, you had the neo soul and the jazz and the rhythm and blues, and you girl, I'm a fan. I'm thinking about my music. And
Thank
I'm
you.
like, whoa, who is this person? Why have I not heard of it? But oh no, that
The Ten of Life
Wow.
said they need an
was
autograph.
really nice.
I appreciate that. Means a lot. That means
That
a
was
lot because
huge.
I grew up listening to, I used to listen to a lot of Gladys Knight, Nina Simone. My father was a DJ, so he played all kinds of jazz, all kinds of R&B, all kinds of he's from the South, so a lot of Southern soul.
Frankie
So
Beverly.
yeah, he did it. He played it all. So I grew up with just a hodgepodge of music, and so there's sounds. My grandfather was a jazz trumpeter, so there's just some influences that came from my family, and then just from all that I grew up and all that I heard, while growing up, and I always gravitated to those that made me just feel something. There's some people that have nice voices, and then there are other people that just make you almost bring you to tears, because their delivery is just so moving and it's so organic, that I try to sing from just that place on the inside. I'm not trying to sound or be like anybody else, but I'm like, whomever, this is what God gave me, and whoever appreciates it, well, I thank you for appreciating it, but I can't be anything but me. And that's from just the variety of influences from growing up.
Absolutely. Gina, you had something?
Yes, I'm gonna take you back, Michon. So you're probably gonna have to think back to this one, but I want to know, what was your first song that you actually heard played on the radio?
My first song that I actually heard, like from another artist,
Yeah.
from oh gosh, wow,
Wow.
that is a good one. Geez, I want to say that it was oh my gosh, I want to say that it was "We Cried Together" by the OJs.
Come on now.
Wow. Wow.
Seriously, I want to say it was "We Cried," and the reason because I remember, this, I was riding with my mom,
That's a hard
and
stopping song, though.
and I remember hearing that and thinking, wow, because my mother she loved songs that told stories. So folks like Al Green and the OJs, Bobby Womack, she loved folks to just make you feel like you're in their world. And I remember her saying, we gotta get that. I gotta get that album. I gotta get that album. And I just remember that. I just remember there was so much joy, and it wasn't like, in hindsight, I'm thinking that really wasn't a positive, real positive song, but it's something that touched something within her. And I grew to love that. I just grew to love not only that song, but just the OJ.
So let me ask you, Michon. So Zell and Marcella said you sound like these people. How do you feel when people compare you to people like that?
I'm always humbled and honored, and sometimes in disbelief, because I don't always hear what other people hear. But I'm always humbled and honored. I remember when Pastor Wine, of course, he had the song with Anita Baker, and so that's the song I would do with him when we were on the road. And Miss Baker had come to visit him. We were there at rehearsal, and she'd come to visit him, and it was right after a church service. And so he sent the security guard. I had just left the choir stand. He sent the security guard to tell me that he wanted me to come back and meet Miss Baker. And I ran because he kept saying, I can't wait to tell her. I can't believe I'm gonna tell her that I got somebody that sounds like her. And the one thing that I know that you don't do, is try to You know, so I ran. I ran. I hightailed it. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't even want Miss Baker to think that I'm trying to
Be like her.
emulate her or yeah. So,
Call you
but
up
I'm
on,
always humbled. Always humbled in
say
my
they
heart.
call you up on stage and burn you.
Right.
I'm about to say this up to Chris Mills.
Hey, little brother.
What's going on? We chilling. We got Michon Young on here today with us, bro.
Hey, Michon, how you doing?
Hey there, how you doing?
Good. I'm good.
Out there in Vegas. We're gonna be there actually in Vegas on the 9th.
November 9th.
Distinguished Authors Guild, all right. Michon will be gone though, so it's all good. But Michon, I wanted to. Well, actually, I was going to do it later, but I'm gonna do it now. All right. So now you're up for this award. Is this your first award that you're up for? Because it's Song of the Year. I mean, come on, that's big.
It is I guess the first one at this level, and so yeah, this is the first one, my first red carpet. And I'm pretty excited about that. I'll get a chance to meet Miss Kathy Hughes from TV One. So I'm real excited about that. And nervous, you know. And everybody says it, but honestly, it ain't even about winning. It's about just getting an opportunity to be amongst some folks that you kind of just see on TV, you know. So I'm looking forward to that.
I don't think I've ever seen. There's never been a time where I've seen you nervous though. Go ahead, Chris.
No, I was going to say I met Miss Kathy Hughes on plenty of occasions. She's very approachable and very nice and down to earth. So you'll be welcome for sure.
Looking forward to it. I really am.
And again, like I said, you're not nervous, Michon. Get out of here with that okay?
Man, please. You know, the hardest thing for me to do is talk about me, you know, all the time. But you know, you do what you have to do. I'm slowly but surely getting used to it.
Yeah, well, you know, our times had been crossing, okay? Because yes, she actually asked me to do her first music video for y'all, and I was busy at the time.
You all see my expression, see my lips.
I know, girl. I already know, girl.
Yeah, right.
Boy, okay, sis, it's like that.
You know.
But it's been a journey, you know, and I wanted to make sure that we had a chance to celebrate you before you got too far gone. All right, even though I know to call you, even though I know. See, they accuse me all the time, Greg. We call you, but you never answer your phone. Okay, Michon answers. She does answer her phone. I'm not gonna lie. All right, she does answer her phone, but she's too damn busy for her brother. But that's okay.
The pot.
I understand where you at. I understand where you at. And again, we have to take it that way because we don't do interviews here on this show. We have conversations, okay? So we got to keep it 100.
Okay. All right.
You can throw him under the bus, Michon.
I'll talk to you when this is over, bro.
We want to hear what you got to say.
No, you don't.
Don't hold your tongue.
So Michon, even back when you started, Michon got hats, y'all. All right, she wear them hats. She got a bunch of hats. Why did you start wearing the hats covering up the crown, man?
You know, I have always been a lover of hats. I told you I was a church girl, so every lady in my family always wore hats. And as a little girl, you know, I would put on their hats, you know, and always get chastised. And I said, well, I'm gonna buy my own hats. When I get grown, I'm gonna buy my own hats and wear my own. And so I started wearing hats just because I used to love to see ladies, you know, in hats. It was just something about it, you know, something about the hats that they would wear and with the beautiful dresses. And so I just love hats. And ever since I was about 20, I think, and haven't stopped. And so you're right. I have a collection of hats that my husband says is ridiculous, but it kind of is what it is.
Well, Michon, you know it's either hat or shoes, right?
Right.
Hat or shoes. She got shoes too.
Shoes too.
Y'all don't know Michon. She's playing right now.
With ladies, ladies, hats and shoes,
That's right. Like,
Yeah, she playing right now. She being so.
All right, okay, 3:00. 3:00. I'll meet you at 3:00.
No.
oh,
She
I got 5 on Sean.
3:00.
she went back to elementary school.
Hey, Zell, get us out of this, man. You got
All
a
right,
question?
okay. I have another question. So, some artists consider themselves recording artists. Like Erykah Badu, she says she's not a recording artist; she's a touring artist. How would you describe yourself as an artist, and why?
I guess I don't know. I think I would say both. My preference is my comfort zone. I think is I like to be in front of an audience. I like to be in front of people. I like to engage with them. I like to have conversations in the show. So the studio is my least favorite. My least it's my least favorite. So I try to get in and get out. But my preference is to be in front of people and to just to kind of just talk to folks and be out and them love on me and we love on each other and we just leave and with feeling good. So that's my preference. I guess I would have to say both because I have to do one for the other to take place. But my preference is definitely being out on the road.
Okay.
So as you travel, you like being on the road, but which is best for you? I mean, you feel more free home or you feel more free out there?
I think during the pandemic, when I had a chance, because prior to the pandemic, I had been on the road for a little while, and it actually was getting taxing, a little bit. I was tired. So I did grow a greater appreciation for kind of, not being in the airports, not sleeping in hotels. And I do like to cook for my husband. So, those are the things that I miss, being on the road. But I still do. Now that the world has reopened, I really am enjoying going back out there. I found that I did miss it. But I love being at home too now. I am a bit of a homebody. I don't like really sleeping in hotels, especially now after the pandemic. I don't like doing that part at all. I like to go and come home. But I still do. I really do love being out on the road.
Now you have a son that was young when you started. He's in his 20s now. How's he reacting to all of this?
It's funny. He's in a master's program now. He's in his second year of the master's program, and my son has always been, he says my first fan, but he loves it. He loves that mom is out there doing her thing, and she's got a 20-year-old, but she's pursuing a dream, and that's what he says he respects the most is that, man, you had a career, things were going well for you, and you just decided you're gonna do something different, and I like that. I appreciate that he acknowledges that it's never too late to dream, and it's never too late to do what's in your heart, and keep going until you can't go no more.
Yeah, that's love right there, man.
Yes.
And I beg to differ because I was your first fan, remember? Tell him I beg to differ. I knew what mom had, all right? So does Jerry go on the road with you?
He does. He doesn't like to go overseas. He doesn't like the long flights.
That's a long flight.
Yeah, and in fact, we'll be going to Hawaii in November
like
the 1st. And this is his first. This is the longest flight, so I'm trying to kind of prepare him beforehand. But yeah, he likes to go on the road. He just doesn't. He prefers to stay home, honestly, and golf, because that's his thing. He prefers to stay home and golf. But he also doesn't like me to be out there, by myself. So if he doesn't go, he makes sure to send somebody with me.
That support is tremendous. It is tremendous. And I want to get to this next video, because this is the video that's Song of the Year for you. All right. Tell us about that song.
You're number one. I did not want to do this, and I'll be honest, I did not want to do. This is some songs are great, and you let them stay great by themselves. You don't need anybody else, to do them. And I was approached by a gentleman who is Mr. Chris Clay. I was approached by a gentleman, and he said, Michon, I really would want you to do. I've got the rights or whatever, to do the licensing to do this track, and I really want you to do a remake on my project. And his project consisted of CeCe Peniston and Teresa Griffith and some few other folks. And so he said, I'm going to do nothing but covers, and this is the one I want you to do. So it took me a good 2 months to say yeah, and it's just something I just didn't want to touch. I just really didn't want to touch. But yeah, that's how that came about. And I never thought that I would be nominated for that song because I did that kicking and screaming to the mic.
Wow.
I mean, that was and we're gonna play it shortly, but
it's nice.
Gladys Knight killed it, all right. But you did it justice, and that's the thing. I don't know why you hesitated, Michon. You gonna keep on doing that. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take the car. I'm gonna take the car. I like the red. You still have that?
No. I got you talking about my red Mercedes.
Yeah.
No, I got rid of that. I guess about 2-3 years afterwards.
And
I ain't been around.
And maintenance ain't no joke.
I love that red car, boy. But this song here is the song that she's been nominated for Song of the Year. It's a remake from Gladys Knight's You're Number One in My Book. She killed this song. Unfortunately, I ain't playing it all, but I got 1:49 of it. Where you go?
You made her turn it off after you sang, Greg.
Yeah, good. Hey, Michon know I got pipes. She know I can sing.
She out of there.
That's right.
Oh no, what happened?
You're in the black hole. The black hole.
Oh, I don't know.
Did she cut off her camera?
No,
I don't think that was on purpose.
We go before I play this.
There we go.
It was Greg singing. I know.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry.
Man, Michon wanted me on background on one of her tours, man. Get out of here, man. Anyway, here's number one. This is the song she got nominated for Song of the Year. Let's play it. DopelivenTV Live, Michon Young.
Okay. Here we go.
Do me a favor. Won't you say what's on your mind? I may not have the answer, but I can make it easier to find. Too many times you gave more than you took. Now I can show you things are better. You're number one in my book. Another chapter of a love that's yours and mine. This time we got to capture things that should never be denied. My heart is like a novel, and you'll find that I'm hooked. Just turn a page and take a closer look. You're number one in my book.
And I'm like, okay, how did you get Jerry in that video?
I was gonna ask, was that her husband?
Yeah, that's Jerry, and I had to practically beg, say, honey, come on, just just a couple of scenes, and of course they were more than a couple of scenes, but you know, he was a good sport about it.
That was released last year.
Yep, it was released last year.
Nice. The
January.
year song of the year, Gina.
Come on, think, man.
What
But
are you talking about?
because you said it was released last year,
Right.
this is the year, and now she's song of the year. I mean,
For song of the year.
Yeah, come on, man.
You know what? Hold up. On that note, let's take some time out to redirect, regroup, and refocus with our life coach, Jeff Relaford.
We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to talk about what you see. Now, remember, yesterday I talked to you about hearing, your listening. Remember, you got 2 ears. So guess what? You also have 2 eyes as well. So you want to be sure that you actually match up with what's being said, and what you hear is actually what you see. Now, sometimes that can be tough to do because as people, I get it. We all always want to jump to our own conclusions. I get it. I'm guilty as well. So we're not even going to even act like nobody else is guilty too. But in doing so, you need to be sure that you're getting all the correct information, like I said. So making sure seeing matches up with your hearing is a very big part of that. You can't have one without the other, because if you do, guess what you're going to have? It's a C word, and we hate the C word, called confusion. So remember, Life Coach Jeff, trying to help you eliminate some confusion out your life. Match up with what's being said to what you see, and what you see to what's being said. Remember, redirect, regroup, refocus, Dope Living TV Live. I love y'all. Peace out.
J Real.
Coach Jeff,
All
he has a podcast comes on Mondays. Y'all check it out. He got a little book that's coming out. That's out now. Okay, so y'all check out, support Life Coach Jeff. And if you don't have, if you can't listen, then you're deaf. You can't see, you're blind. Okay, Jeff, I'm lost. Anyway.
Oh, he just tried to take dabs out for everybody. You gonna get it.
So you got a question?
Who, me?
I had a question.
Yes.
I don't think I had a question, but you know what? Since you threw it to me, all right. So after listening to that song, I want to volunteer to be a pip if you need me. You know, so,
Pip.
you know, I was singing the background for you. You're number one. You know,
That's
you
it.
never need a pip.
He
That's
specializes
it.
in them roosters.
Pick me.
That move, that move, you were hired. That move.
I can roll it up. You know, do the
Yeah.
step back, bring it back in. You know.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Hey, has Gladys Knight on yet?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna make that happen for you. She lives out here in Las Vegas, and her husband is actually the producer of a reality show that we're coming out with.
Oh wow.
Hey Greg, send me that song. I'm gonna have her listen to it.
I got you, man.
And give live feedback on it. But I wanted to say is tell your husband over in Hawaii they have over 50 golf courses. So this is your way to get your husband to go with you. He loves golf. So you have to pitch to him or tell him, well, where we're going, it's going to have these golf courses that you never played at before. And you get a chance, as I'm adding on to my resume, you're adding on to your resume.
You know what? He definitely is already going to Hawaii, but I think that'll be an added bonus to let him know that, because I did not know that. Yes, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. In fact, I'm gonna schedule a tea time for him myself. I said, okay.
That's terrible. That's just terrible, Michon.
No,
don't be bribing. Jerry, if you listening, man, just go because you want to go. Don't worry about no damn tea time and all of that, Jerry.
See, that's just icing on the cake for him to go.
See?
So.
Anyway, so Michon, how different is life for you
now? For me, it's the traveling a lot. I used to travel a great deal in HR when I was with in human resources. But you know, the traveling, the interviews, like I said, talking about, you know, yourself and what you do, and you know, just being an indie artist, you know, as an indie artist, everything we do, you know, everything that's done, we do, you know, so we're just a two-man shop. And that's what I thank God for most of all, because it's not like we have a team of people. You know, I write the lyrics, he comes with the beats, and that's it. And you know, everything else is just, it's just us. So that's different. That's really different in having to manage every aspect of your brand and not know what the heck you're doing, just kind of learning as you go and praying along the way. But no, I think that's the biggest change for me, is having to do things like this, and interviews and talking and the shows, you know, just on a regular basis. That's just a big difference.
It's working though. It's a two-man show, independent, but it's working. And you know, first of all, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Been trying to get you for 7 years now, and you just didn't want to call through. So you know, it was like Greg would be last. You went to, you know, Dinah Lynn was chiming in a little while. You did Dinah Lynn show before you did me. I mean, I'm like,
you know
why do
what?
I always have to be second?
Well, I'll just say I am thankful for you, brother, and I am so thankful and honored that you asked me and invited me, and thank you for your patience.
You
How
already,
about that?
That's precious.
I'm gonna see you at 3. All right. Anyway, want to thank you for giving us the time coming on here and hanging out with your boys and your girls. You know, it's always good when we, you know, because everybody here except for Zell, we're from Gary. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Even though we're in different parts of the country now, we're from Gary, okay? And Zell is right on the border over there in Illinois. So, you know, I love to celebrate people who are doing things from the hometown. But, you know, it's just, it does me really well to celebrate my sister, okay? Because like I said, I know exactly where you came from at the beginning. And to see you now, man, it's just remarkable. It's just remarkable.
Wow. Thank you, brother. Thank you for your support, you know, and definitely for being there and giving me that word of advice and encouragement at the beginning of the journey. And I appreciate you guys. It was so much fun. So nice to meet everybody too. Thank you guys for having
Same
me.
here.
You're not done yet, though. You're not done yet. No, I'm not going to get you to sing, okay? Before we leave, we always let people give out some gems, some words of wisdom, some encouragement to people that are watching the show. We're going to start with you, Michon.
I think what I would just say is, don't let people or the critique or feedback of people stop you from doing and being you. With social media and the way things are now, so many people will alter who they are to become something else. And once you realize that you're enough and appreciate your God-given gifts, that's stay there. Stay there. Stop looking to the left or the right for validation. If you believe in what you do and you have passion for what you do, then go do and be you.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's all.
Marcel, real quick.
Dream big and then dream bigger. You have dreams. Acknowledge God. Talk to God. Let him direct you. Take that leap of faith and move on.
Cool. Moby.
Hey, I have one more question. So you guys are almost all independent, right? You're doing everything independently right now?
Is that a question to me?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah. So you're distributing everything independently. That's a lot of music. I'm looking at like a treasure trove of music right here. And please don't forget Dope Living when you accept it and just say, my people up there in the GI, what's going on, Dope Living? Give us a holler.
Without a doubt.
I'm just gonna echo what Michon had said. It's never too late to dream. We got to run our own race. Keep it up.
Most definitely. Gina?
Man, I'm just saying, people, we got more talent in Gary, Indiana than Michael Jackson.
Man,
look at this here, man. I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love your music, Michon.
Thank you so
So
much.
you already know, sis. I love you. I'm so glad that you gave us the opportunity to have a conversation with you, and just continue to do what you're doing. Okay, I got you. You know I got you. One day
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna do
brother.
one of your music videos. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna talk. Otherwise, it's 3:00. You know.
And I'm right
after I get off,
behind you. I'm at 305.
and after I get off the ground, it's gonna be 3:15 for both of y'all. I'm gonna take you both. Okay, 2-piece. All right. You know, don't forget, and we'll run the promos tomorrow. But don't forget the Distinguished Authors Guild is November the 9th. It's Gina's thing out there in Vegas. Okay. Do not forget Jamie McGrone. That's why I'm here. He's taping again. What day is that, Marcella?
November 13th.
November the 13th. Become a part of the studio audience. Get out there and do your thing. Okay. Again, we were talking to Michon Young. She is just everything. All right. I'm just
awesome.
She's awesome. Okay. It's Dope Living TV Live. We will see you guys when?
Tomorrow.
Mañana.
Tomorrow.
See.
Peace out.
Mañana.
See.
Bye.